Addie, a model for designing sound instructional solutions. The Addie model is a systematic process for developing and evaluating learning solutions. The Addie model offers a step-by-step process as instructional designers move through each of the phases. Although there are several instructional design system models, the Addie model is used universally by novice and expert designers alike. Addie is meant to be a cyclic process to be followed phase by phase. The phases include analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation. Let's learn more about each phase. Starting with the analysis phase, instructional designers begin by carefully identifying the learner and the learning need. Have you ever seen a new technology introduced to a school, and after a few months or a year it goes into a closet or sits on a shelf? It may have been that the learning solution was not well connected to the learners, the learning need, or the environment. Analysis is the first and most important step in the instructional design process. If the proposed learning solution does not closely match the learner needs, the environment, and technology constraints, you can have inefficient waste of resources and time. Analysis requires a careful review of the target learning audience, including previous knowledge and skills, the learning need, what is it you want them to know or be able to do, environmental factors such as access to classrooms, libraries, labs, books, and learning materials, technology access such as internet access and speed, computers or laptops, mobile technology, ability to view multimedia files or interactive games, and so on. We also examine learning styles and preferences and cultural factors that may impact the learning process. Once you've identified the learner and the learning need, you're ready to begin phase 2 of the Addie process, designing of the instruction. Now it's time to visualize the learning solution. The design process begins with defining the precise skills and behaviors you want your learners to be able to accomplish. Start with a learning goal, which broadly states the topic, subject matter, and general skills to be taught. Next, create the performance objectives. These are statements that describe precise skills and behaviors your learners will be able to do once they've completed your lesson. Performance objectives must be measurable and observable. Performance objectives are the foundation of your instruction, including assignments and activities, learning materials and resources, and student assessment. Performance objectives are the keystone of the entire instructional process, from design and development to implementation and evaluation and assessment. The Addie development phase is the time to build the lesson or course. In the development phase of Addie, designers pull together teaching materials and learning resources and compile them into meaningful lessons. As you move from designer to course builder, you will develop resources and lectures, learning materials, websites, multimedia, and all the information needed to design a rich and engaging learning experience. In this phase, the assignment and activities are also built. During the development process, there's a lot of interaction between the design and development phases to clarify and redesign goals. If the final solution is online, developers use learning management systems such as course sites or website builders to house their lessons. They also use electronic technologies to do screen capture, create videos, interactivities, and so on in order to make materials available online. At the close of the development phase, the entire module is completed and ready for delivery. The implementation or delivery phase varies greatly depending on if the lesson is a traditional classroom setting or if it is online. Once the lesson or course has been built based on the needs and environment of the learner, the course is piloted to the target learner. In the implementation or delivery phase, we determine what is working and what isn't. It's important for the designers to be ready to modify or change the lesson at the last minute to prevent confusion or frustration during delivery. If the lesson is online, there are several ways to deliver the content. In a hybrid model, instruction is both online and face-to-face. Students often come to classroom for lectures and group work and to speak with the instructor, but they may also do independent study and research online. The word synchronous has come to mean that the instruction is live but not face-to-face. In a synchronous model, students are separated by distance, but they interact together at the same time. Technologies that support synchronous interaction include Skype, live chat, phone communication, webinars, and so on. An asynchronous online model is the opposite of a synchronous model in that participants are not interacting at the same time. Interaction with others takes place across time, using discussion boards, blogs, etc. Independent learning can also be asynchronous. The fifth or last phase of the Addie process is the evaluation phase. In the evaluation phase, we assess the effectiveness of the learning solution. Did the lesson work? Did the students achieve the performance objectives outlined in the design phase? If the learning solution is only partially successful, what worked, what didn't, and why? The evaluation phase captures data during and after the delivery of instruction. Data captured during instruction includes how learners are progressing, how motivated the learners are, how motivated the instructors are, and student participation in activities and assignments. After the lesson or module is delivered, we capture information such as retention and completion rate, student satisfaction and feedback, instructor feedback and suggestions, and we measure what students knew before and after instruction in relationship to the performance objectives. Once the evaluation process is complete, it provides rich information to be fed back into the Addie cycle, and the design process begins again. Addie is an instructional systems design that is used by instructional designers all over the world. Although there are many other design methods that are used widely, the Addie model is a tried and tested process that results in reliable, quality instructional solutions.